IFC heavyweight title on the line here at OMMAC 18 Redemption. I'm Dave Leatherby. Alongside me, as always, Jay Furness. We got Shawn Kenny out of Next Generation in the black trunks, taking on Team Calburn's Tom Aspinal. And Jay, I'm really looking forward to this one. 2 units and the 2 premier gyms in Liverpool meeting.
Yeah, this should be an excellent fight. Kenny wasted no time steaming across the cage, but we all know how talented Aspinal is for a 19-year-old, and both big units as well. So this should be an exciting one. And for an amateur fight, you know, there's a lot of anticipation here for it.
Yeah, we've seen Aspinal, as you say, a few times out on OMMAC. Always looks impressive. You know, some of the opponents maybe not of the highest level. So I think Shawn Kenny's definitely going to be a legit test for him.
But Aspinal, brilliant jiu-jitsu. Only 19, as I said, purple belt, probably not far away from his brown. His dad's a Brazilian jiu-jitsu black belt, so he's got a great pedigree, and he's just great from the top, especially with that size and that weight, and he moves so well. Moves like a lightweight, but you know, the guy's a legit heavy. Yeah. That's a dangerous combination.
Fantastic prospect is Tom Aspinal. I think he's had some injury problems as of late over the last year that's kept him not quite as active as he should have been, but when we have seen him, it's been hugely impressive. And now knee on belly there, and Shawn Kenny from Next Generation just struggling with under the pressure at the moment. The top game of Tom Aspinal, and he's striking every gap he has, Jay.
Yeah, and he moves so well. You saw him trying to isolate that arm for an arm triangle. That's a submission we've seen him use a few times. He likes that, but he's so aggressive from the top as well with his striking. He's definitely rounding out his game really well at Calburn. And you can see this, and those hammer fists are not soft. You know, they've not got the most leverage, but when you've got a guy who's 230 pounds on top of you throwing them in, you know, they're going to take the toll.
Yeah, furious pace being set from Team Calburn's Tom Aspinal. As you say, Jay, not only the movement of a guy of a lower weight division, but just the punching tempo then. Ground and pound was fast and furious, and still pursuing this top position.
Good work from Kenny there to retrieve that half guard. Aspinal was nearly passing, but you know, he's working well from the bottom. Big guys like this in the gym, you know, they don't spend that much time on the bottom, so it's not exactly something they're always used to. There probably aren't many much bigger guys than Kenny in the gym that can put him on his back, so he's probably not all too used to it. And yeah, he's having a torrid time in this first round, but he's sticking with it where a lot of others might fold. So you know, he's hanging in there.
Yeah, he's keeping hold of that half guard, Jay, and as you say, I mean, it's not often you get 2 heavies that look as technical as these guys, especially in the amateur ranks.
Almost hit that Kimura sweep there, did Kenny.
Beautiful armbar attempt. Oh, just.
Yeah, he went close with it, but yeah, Aspinall's got the mount to end out the round. See if he can put an exclamation point on it. And there he goes, end round 1. What a round for Tom Aspinal.
Excellent round for Tom Aspinal, but credit also to Shawn Kenny for staying in there. And you know, we mentioned he might not have been on his back that often in the gym, but he did threaten with submission late there, so he definitely gave Aspinal something to think about. And as I mentioned earlier, Jay, for 2 amateur heavyweights, some great skills on show.
Yeah, definitely. A lot of the times you can see heavyweights on the ground and they're like fish out of water, but you know, these guys obviously both know what they're doing. When you're coming from the camps that they're from, Next Gen and Calburn, you know, the guys are always well rounded. Obviously, we'd like to be able to see more from Kenny. He was totally shut out in that first round, apart from hitting that Kimura sweep near the end. So, you know, he's got the skills, but he needs some top position of his own to really try and let some lever go. But, as I say that, you know, this is likely Aspinal's toughest test to date. And, you know, Kenny will push him to the end.
Yeah, definitely some previous opponents of Aspinal have wilted under that early pressure, but not Kenny, still there. You say that, Aspinal straight in for the takedown again, Jay. Yeah,
it went for the uppercut there and then shot straight in for that double on the fence and got it quite easily. Didn't have to work too much, but Kenny looking for that straight arm lock.
Yeah, but looked to be a little grimace there momentarily for an Aspinal.
Yeah, Aspinal's savvy to it though, and now he's past the guard. He's got another dominant position, and this is where Kenny found himself stuck for far too long in the first round. Again, looking to trap an arm wherever he is, but that's not going to be enough of a guy of the level of grappling that Tom Aspinal has.
Yeah, fantastic game plan thus far being employed by Tom Aspinal. He had good success in the top position in the first period and shoots straight in the second, gets the takedown, and now in the side control.
Looks for
Goes
an
for the
armbar.
armbar.
And he misses it, and this is Kenny's chance to get the top position. Let's see if Aspinal can sweep. He's got his butterfly hooks in, and he's doing all the right things. Double underhooks there. But Kenny, good base on top, looking to pass, and he gets the pass.
Pass from Kenny. Are we going to see a different story now? The next generation man is in top position. Now he's in the side control of Aspinal and moves to the mount, and Aspinal does well to just grab onto sort of a quarter guard almost, Jay.
Yeah, good hips there from Aspinal to stop Kenny taking the mount, but he's eating some big shots.
I think he thought about the choke then.
Yeah, Kenny definitely looking to sneak that arm underneath the chin for a choke, and he might have it if he gets over to the mount position.
That looks tight, Jay.
That might be. Aspinal gets out of it. That came so close, but he's still mounted, and Kenny is a big lump to have on top here.
What a turnaround here. Shawn Kenny now in top position and maybe going for an armbar, Jay. I think he thought about it. Only the one hook in now. He's got to be careful.
Oh, Aspinal almost throws him off the back, but Kenny does well to stay on. Aspinal there gets the half guard, trying to come back on top with a single leg. Tom Aspinal turns it around.
What a great fight here in the amateur heavyweight ranks, and very, very worthy of the AFC heavyweight title. Shawn Kenny showing why he's in this position. Hugely dangerous when he's in top position of his own. But Aspinal, to his credit, Jay, he just got through that tough period, and now he's back in top position.
Yep, and he's looking to isolate that far side arm. And now Aspinal takes the mount really easily. Heavy right hands coming in. And big punches coming in there. We've actually seen Aspinal, come back from adversity before. He got knocked down in one of his previous fights on the AFC shows, and he came back and submitted his opponent. And he got put in a tough spot there by Kenny, and showed some grit and determination to come back. So, he's got the skills, but he's got some heart as well.
Yeah, fantastic round there in this heavyweight title fight. And Jay, we saw earlier on in the night, I think it was Tom Crosby and Graham Meelan that went at it at middleweight and had an exciting encounter on the ground. And, we mentioned at amateur level, it sometimes can be a rare occurrence, but to see two heavyweights like this moving about like they are on the ground. And Kenny, we mentioned he didn't get a chance to show anything in the first round of his ground skills, minus that Kimura sweep. But when he was in top, he was no joke either, Jay. Both these guys, excellent level grapplers, especially in the heavyweight world of MMA, where in the UK, Jay, maybe the grappling is a bit underworked, shall we say. Yeah,
and I know Kenny was due to join the professional ranks, but when the opportunity came up for this title fight, for the AFC heavyweight title, he took it. So, his team, great team around him, they deemed him ready to fight professionally, but he's fighting what's likely to be his last amateur fight for the title here. So, this is a guy that can fight at that level, fight at pro level, and, both these guys I think would take some names in the pro ranks in the UK. Yeah. So it's great to have that kind of amateur level fighting for the title tonight.
Yeah, credit to both these gents for meeting each other at this period in their career, and as you say, Jay, they'd be a tough day's work for any pro in the UK. And now Kenny looking for the net, but Aspinal back in that top position. He'd be really pleased with that, Jay. Had his troubles when Kenny was in top in the second round, so the Team Cowboy man's going to be really pleased to be back in this top position.
Yeah, Kenny shot from way out there, and he got the takedown, but Aspinal got a sweep really quickly to get back to the top. And now he's got lots of time to work. Kenny peppering away with little shots there just to annoy Aspinal, maybe take his mind off the top game a little bit. But Aspinal digs his head in, and he'll be in no rush to work from this position.
No, and I think, at the amateur level, it's always difficult to get a gauge on your opponent's skill set. And obviously being swept and mounted and all sorts in that second round, Aspinal's going to be aware now of the threat of Kenny J, and he's probably going to be a little more conservative in top position.
Yep, and he's looking for possibly an arm triangle again. Whenever he's on top in that the cross side control, he's always looking to isolate that far arm. And Kenny's savvy to it, but one little lapse of concentration, and then there's a choke or an arm submission on that far side.
Maybe looking for an arm lock on that side, Jay.
Yeah, I mean, it's a good.
Hard to see.
It is a way to defend and to sweep, to try and get that key lock from the bottom. But Kenny punches the back of the head there from the bottom. I mean, he's staying busy with the little pinching shots. But Aspinall's got the mount now, and there's the leverage and there's the gravity. Never mind little chopping shots from the bottom. If Aspinall can create that distance and hit heavy shots from the mount, you know, potentially fight enders. But we know Kenny's tough.
Yeah, Kenny did well there to bridge Jay and just break down Aspinall's posture, because he looked ready to go on a bit of a barrage there.
Mongolian chops from the bottom for Kenny. You know, he's never stopping. Open palm strikes, Sakuraba-esque.
Mark Goddard warning both these fighters, saying he will stand it up from mount. He wants to see work regardless of position.
And that's exactly what Aspinall needs to do. Posture up, let the heavy shots go. And even big right hands from there, you know, they're going to hurt. He might have the back. Yeah, and Aspinall really letting the taps open now. Opens the taps on Kenny, but Kenny's got control of the head. And if he can just keep Aspinall's posture down there, then the shots aren't going to be quite as heavy from the top.
Yeah, only around 30 seconds left in this round. And Aspinall will be hugely happy, Jay, with this third period. As we say, had a bit of adversity in the second, but managed to have most of the round on top. As we say that, Kenny reverses him.
Nice butterfly sweep there from Aspinall. You're not going to see that from many heavyweights. You don't see sexy jiu-jitsu from heavyweights generally. Nice work. Good work from Kenny. He's put in a spirited performance. Aspinall's toughest test to date. But for me, this is going to be an Aspinall title retention.
Yeah, I agree. In the judges' eyes, Aspinall most probably on his way to defending the belt. But I can't wait, Jay, as we mentioned earlier. I think both of these guys could take some names in the pro ranks, so it's going to be very interesting to see both these guys go on with their professional careers.
Your winner by unanimous decision, and still the AFC Heavyweight Champion, Tom Aspinall! And his opponent, Shawn Kenny.